Welcome to the Truth Zone, and today we're diving into one of the most glorified, misunderstood, and secretly dreaded paths in higher education. Engineering degrees. You've probably heard things like, engineering is the safest career, you'll be rich. You're smart, so engineering makes sense. Or my personal favorite, it's not that hard if you study a little. Spoiler alert, that last person is lying, and probably dropped out in second year. Today, we're going deep into the brutal truth about engineering degrees. The good, the bad, the math, and the mental breakdowns. Let's go. Chapter 1. The Dream versus Reality. Every engineering journey starts with a dream. You're in high school, getting good grades, maybe you like physics, or maybe your parents just told you, Beta, you will become an engineer. And you thought, sure, why not? You build cool stuff. Elon Musk did it. Sounds smart. Then reality hits, usually in the first semester. Suddenly, you're sitting in a 500-seat lecture hall, trying to understand what a matrix determinant is, why your physics lab smells like burning plastic, and how the professor is speaking English but it sounds like ancient Latin. The dream was building robots. The reality is solving 12 integrals by hand for partial credit. In your head, I'm going to design rockets. In real life, can someone explain why this bolt failed in static loading? Welcome to engineering. Chapter 2. The engineering student stereotype. Let's talk about the engineering student stereotype. Because let's be honest, most of them exist for a reason. Messy hair, hoodie, dead inside, slight caffeine addiction, emotionally unavailable. Asking out an engineering student is like submitting a research proposal, but they weren't always like this. Engineering students start out optimistic, hopeful, social. Give it to semesters. By year 2, they've either developed chronic sarcasm, started using sleep as a reward system, or evolved into hyper-focused coding machines who only speak in acronyms: CAD, FIA, HVAC, PID, MATLAB, and PTSD. Not necessarily in that order. Chapter 3. The courses that break you. Every engineering discipline has that one course that crushes souls. For mechanical engineers, it's thermodynamics. For electrical engineers, it's electromagnetics. For chemical engineers, it's organic chemistry. For software engineers, it's debugging at 3 a.m. and doubting their existence. There comes a point where students stop asking, how do I solve this? And start asking, why am I here? And no matter how good you were in school, engineering will humble you. ULL go from being the smartest person in your class to wondering if you're even employable. Because nothing prepares you for failing a test you studied 12 hours for. Twice. Chapter 4. Picking a major. A game of survival now. Let us talk about picking a specialization, or what I call the Hunger Games STEM edition. You start off thinking, I want to be a mechanical engineer and work in aerospace. But then thermo punches you in the gut and suddenly maybe industrial engineering isn't so bad. Maybe you wanted to do electrical engineering, until quantum physics and Maxwell's equations turned your confidence into soup, and software engineering. Sounds fun. Until you realize 80% of your job is fixing someone else's terrible code, including your own from 2 weeks ago. Eventually, most people just settle for the major that hasn't traumatized them yet. Chapter 5. The reality of the job market. Okay, so let's say you survived. You got the degree, you passed all the classes, you're now a certified, exhausted engineer. What now? Here's where the real truth hits. Not all engineering degrees are created equal. Some get jobs right away. Others end up becoming project managers, sales engineers, or worse, doing Excel for a living. Also, most jobs guarantee care that you did control systems too with a B+. They want to know if you can show up on time and not design a bridge that falls over. Some industries pay well, like petroleum or software. Others barely pay enough to cover your caffeine bill. And yes, engineers do make more than average. But don't expect Silicon Valley money unless you're actually in Silicon Valley. Chapter 6. Engineering culture. The culture in engineering is ... unique. You'll find professors who think emotional intelligence is a myth. Group projects where one person carries the team and the others ghost harder than your ex. Endless lab reports. Stress memes. Discord servers named We're Not Okay. There's an unspoken bond among engineers. Not from love, but from shared suffering. They don't say I'm fine. They say I passed dynamics, Romance. Forget it. Your only love affair is with deadlines. And if you're a girl in engineering, congratulations. You're now the group therapist, tutor, and target of 10 socially awkward compliments per week. Chapter 7. Is it worth it? So after all that, the math, the mental breakdowns, the sleepless nights, is an engineering degree worth it if you're passionate about problem solving, building things, or you genuinely love the field? Absolutely. Engineering gives you tools to change the world. You learn how to think, how to push through pain, how to adapt. But if you're in it only for the money or the prestige, you're in for a rude awakening, because nothing prepares you for a 70-hour work week, a 3-month-long debugging cycle. We're trying to explain. Your job to your grandparents who still think you fix TVs, you can have a great life with an engineering degree. But it's not automatic. It takes grit, probably some therapy. They're tough. They're frustrating. They'll test your patience, your sleep schedule, and your will to live. But they can also be rewarding, transformative, empowering. They teach you how to suffer now, so you can build, create, and solve big problems later. Just know what you're signing up for. It's not just about formulas. It's about fighting through failure. If you're already in it, hang in there. If you're thinking about it, ask yourself why. And if you've survived it, respect. You've earned it. This has been the brutal truth about engineering degrees. Thanks for listening. And may your GPA rise higher than your stress levels.